Hello Libra, welcome to my weekly Love Tarot channel. I'm the Tarot Muse and I've already got your reading laid out over here so that we can just dive straight into it. This also allows me to go a little bit deeper. So coming to the present moment, what I see is the Nine of Wands, and it's crossed by the Three of Pentacles, which is the card of teamwork, working together as a team. So the Nine of Wands it has a few interpretations, and in this case it's what's happening in the present moment. So it can refer to some kind of perseverance and keep going, keep persisting with something. And in this case I ask, what is this persistence about? What is this what is the word I'm looking for? The courage, the test of faith to keep going. And I'm seeing that it's around a burden, and the burden is around happiness and love, fun, playfulness and love. So then I ask, what is this burden? Why are you persevering with this burden of happiness around love? And the burden I see is this nostalgic longing for an experience that was had overseas or in another place, another country, with this King of Cups. So it's a water sign, a Pisces, a Cancerian, or a Scorpio. So my sense is that you are in a relationship, you are possibly in a marriage, but there was this affair that was had perhaps a while ago that is still being held on to. And so this is the burden that's being carried around the pleasure of that. And what it's doing is it's interfered with the give and take within the relationship, the teamwork, the ability for the two of you to work together. So that's one scenario. The other scenario is it's affecting, there's this longing for the good times in the relationship, and it's not allowing you to work together anymore. So the Three of Coins, which is crossing the perseverance, is showing me that what's happened now is that the damage has been caused to the relationship because both of you are wanting a more independent experience. So, you know, with COVID-19, it's intense. We're in lockdown together. We're together all the time. We can't just go anywhere. And so what I'm seeing with a lot of the readings is that people feel stifled with each other and are craving some kind of independence. So what is conscious right now is the Wheel of Fortune, the King of Pentacles, the Eight of Swords, and the Two of Cups. So the relationship feels very restrictive right now, and it's to do with the perhaps the control and the tradition within the relationship. Perhaps the routineness of the relationship is starting to feel very, very stifling. And of course, this card, this Eight of Swords, is self-imposed. So it's a feeling of powerlessness or trappedness that you've created with regards to the relationship. So then I ask, what is in the unconscious here? What's going on unconsciously for Libra? And I have the Moon card, the Ace of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Trust card. So it's the Seven of Swords. All of those three together. So it's a confusion around it could be sexuality, confusion around sexuality, and this abundant promise that was offered, but it was misleading. And it's to do with the Queen of Cups. So I'm getting a water sign twice, Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer. So it's this mistrustful confusion around either the sexuality that happened, or it could have been more a sexuality, and there was some kind of offer for a new relationship that was made that you're going to start realizing you need to walk away from. So because it's creating apathy and boredom within the connection, within the marriage. So once again, this can relate to your marriage or partnership that you're currently in that has become stifled, or it can relate to an experience that you had, an affair of sorts that you had with someone else, that you're realizing isn't what you thought it was, and that you're needing to walk away from it because it's creating apathy and boredom in your marriage, or you're not seeing it. You're starting to see it for what it is. So then I look at the past and I see this wonderful opportunity that you manifested around love. And it just, once again, I've got the World card, so it felt like an emotional integration and just such a healthy investment in yourself. But it can also mean somewhere out in the world. It can be during an experience of travel. So this could be in the past, you met this person and it just felt so right, because we've got the Love card and the Sun card, and it was just really good for you. So once again, someone that you have had an affair with, that is affecting your current relationship, that you're nostalgic about, but it's also a burden because you're realizing it wasn't or isn't what you thought it was, or it is an actual connection with someone that you're in right now, but it's not where it's at, where it used to be. And so there's a longing for the past, but unfortunately this is where it's at right now. So if I look at what's going on with you, Libra, I see that so we've got the Magician card, the Two of Pentacles, the King of Wands, and the Six of Wands. So it's you're getting very active and dynamic and connected to yourself, and really starting to manifest your power, coming back to yourself with regards to managing your life. And I just feel like you're in a good place over here. With regards to the person that we're discussing here, there's some kind of surrender that's going on for them, and the surrender is around just their perception of, so we've got the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands. So there's some kind of suspension, surrender, slowing down in order to change perspective around the relationship and the passion in the relationship and the grounding in the relationship, the consistency, the abundance and the feeling good and connected to the relationship. So the happiness of the relationship. And you know, this if this is a relationship that you're in right now and it's a partnership and you're going through some kind of struggle, you know, it doesn't have to mean that it's over. It just means that you're going through some challenges right now with it, and it's very understandable. I do see it as a marriage or a committed relationship, and it is one of love. I have the Ace of Cups card, and that for me is the Love card. So it's a love union, but it's going through some kind of changes at the moment. Because when I ask where the relationship's at, I have the Emperor card, and it's about stepping into a higher place with regards to the depression that you're going through around wishes and dreams. So perhaps right now you feel unfulfilled, because we have got the Four of Cups card, the card of apathy and boredom, and this is creating depression for you. So I see for both of you in the relationship. So it's you're wanting independence from the relationship. You're feeling trapped by it. But like I said, it is self-imposed. So yeah, there's a taking charge, stepping into a higher place with this depression, and realizing that dreams are what we make them. Our hopes and our wishes are what we make them, and not how we create them through the mind. So the outcome is it's this struggle that's happening at the moment, although there is light at the end of the tunnel, because in the future I see the happiness of the relationship and the sharing. It's going through a breakdown, and it's allowing you to find your inner strength and new beginnings around the relationship, because right now it's not in a good place, and there's a lot of loss and confusion. So coming back to the outcome, we've got the Five of Cups, the Five of Pentacles, the Five of Swords, the Nine of Pentacles and Cups, and then the Eight of Swords. So we've got these recurring cards that keep coming up. The Eight of Swords is a feeling really trapped, and it's the struggle that you're both going through, where you're wanting to walk away from this trapped feeling, because you're no longer connected to the abundance and the happiness that was once there. So there's some kind of rigidity or sterility that's kicked in, and it's either to do with just being in lockdown together, or there is another person in the picture that either you had an affair with, or that you've been reminiscing about and thinking about and going through some kind of nostalgia, but realizing that that's not real. Okay, so again, I asked what is the outcome about, and I get the Two of Wands, the High Priestess, the Knight of Swords, the Ten of Pentacles, the Lovers. It's a lot of cards, just bear with me. The Queen of Swords and the Strength card, and the Nine of Cups. So if I read this like a story, what I'm getting is just starting to look, starting to listen to what your impressions are telling you about the relationship, and finding some kind of detachment from what you're sensing about the relationship, what you're realizing about the relationship. And for you, because it's about coming back to your happiness and coming back to your fulfillment, because right now, it started with happiness, and for you, I see it ends with happiness as well. But right now, you're in the middle of the situation, and you're needing to get through it, and to work through it. And there's themes around feeling trapped and suffocated, but also confusion around passion and the actual potential of the connection. Is it real? Can you trust it? Okay. So, I've got a love oracle card that I picked that I'd like to read to you. The root of the problem may lie in unjustified guilt, feelings that flood you and take over your life. Ask yourself whether you still want to be plagued by guilt and self-punishment. You continue to drag past failures with you, and it blocks you from moving on with your life. Good things will begin to flow as soon as you let go of the past. So once again, there's the card of nostalgia here about something from the past. So there may still be a relationship that you're holding on to from the past that you feel guilty about, that you haven't let go yet. And then I'm seeing for the Lenormand cards, I've got the dog, I've got the clouds, I've got the ring, the fox, and the child. And what that means is there's confusion around the loyalty of the relationship. There's not only confusion, there's also some kind of deception that's happening. And it's a new issue, or it's quite a childish issue. So something to add to the mix, something around the relationship, commitment, confusion, not entirely being honest about it, that needs to be addressed. And then last but not least, I'm seeing the three beautiful Osho cards. So the Osho cards are these cards that give a more Eastern philosophical approach to readings. And we've got understanding and flowering and participation. And understanding is about realizing that you're not trapped in a cage, and that you can let yourself go and free yourself, so that you can flourish again and connect to your abundance again. And then lastly, the card of participation is about teamwork. So we're coming back to the card of teamwork over here, and realizing how it is that you can behave different in a relationship from here onwards, how you can be more present and interactive and available to your partner. Okay, so I hope this was helpful. There's a lot going on here. Obviously, you're a whole nation of Librans, so I can't get it right for every single one of you. But for those of you, if there were things that resonated, please get in touch. My email address is in the description box, and I can do a private reading for you where we go so much deeper with your specific questions. And if you liked my reading, I'd appreciate if you can subscribe and like, and don't forget to select the bell so that you get notified of my readings. And I'll be back again in a week's time with your next reading. Please feel free to comment if you enjoyed this. I'd love to hear what you have to say. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.